What's going on, guys? It's Shawnee Salami. Today I'm going to be giving you my controller settings, and I put a short little video of my dog Delirio in for 10 seconds because I wasn't sure what gameplay would really be good for 10 seconds. Now, the first two pages are pretty simple, but a lot of people think that second setting, attack direction from movement input, is a good thing. You don't want that on. This is one of the things we're going to have to deal with as console players, which I assume you are if you're using a controller. Motion blur is turned on a lot, even though it says it's off. So make sure you turn it on and then off again. That's really important because otherwise it'll be on and you won't even know until you start doing those quick movements and like turn. Now it's time for the really important stuff. So for looking left and right, you want to jack that all the way up. I would say at least 2.5. I kind of get into the mindset that the higher is better, but my eyes really can't handle anything over 3.5. So just get it as high as you can where you can still follow around what's going on. And again, that means motion blur. That's why it's so important you make sure you're turning that off with that bug. Where I differ from a lot of people is the up and down, which is the Y sensitivity. A lot of people think it should be the same side to side. I disagree. I find it easier to counter overheads when I have that much lower because how much do you really have to look up, right? You're not really, you're looking at the weapon. You're not constantly turning. So my friend Vector Prime gave me that suggestion when I came back to the game and was having trouble countering overheads again, like after some time off, and it was just a night and day difference. So you can have that side to side one and up down a lot different. And if you're asking for the archer sensitivities, go watch a different channel. You probably aren't watching because we only are Chads on this channel. We do not play archer, which is what focus sensitivity is, so please just ignore that. Look response style is above my pay grade. I leave it on linear. I know a lot of people change it to exponential or dynamic, but I started the game off playing linear, so I never really messed with it. If you want to, like, if the game feels off to you and you want to mess around with it, I would suggest doing it. But my whole thing is, like, I'm already used to playing linear, so if you don't know what it is, I would just leave it on linear and not deal with the frustration of relearning anything. And one that people really don't pay attention to is the dead zone settings. So if you don't get stick drift, turn it all the way down because this is how you can, like, if you miss your swing a little bit, you'll still be able to turn it like into the other player's ankles and really drag it. Like when you think you don't have a hit, you can still find a way to get one. So what you want to do is turn that all the way down without getting stick drift. If your controller's a little older or you've had it a while, you might need to do it like 0.010. I had mine at 0.011 on an older controller for a little bit. So you could do that, but have that as low as you can. You'll notice a huge difference right away. Aim assist you want off like most games, but kind of like motion blur. It feels like sometimes I get pulled towards a target. So I'm kind of a conspiracy theorist truther that this might get turned on like motion blur does without you doing it manually. I haven't seen it addressed anywhere, but something you'll see during my gameplay sometimes is I go in the middle of the game to motion blur, turn off, turn it on, turn it off. And I kind of do this with aim assist too, because you don't want that on. And like I said, so I think there is an issue with that, but I haven't seen them address it. That's just me. It could be a superstition thing, but thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I don't have any gameplay today. I don't want to bombard you with uploads, so I'll have one tomorrow around this time. Thank you so much.